Reporting the state of the township is an annual tradition for a lot of communities, and typically it is done by the board chair. But this year we thought we'd change it up. In 2025, we opened Freeman's Farm, and that took several years of applying for grants.
Not only did we preserve the land, we preserved some of our community's history. We had Fall Fest.
Spectacular.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and how thankful I am that that's not a development. It's park space for our community. It preserves the quality of life here in Genoa Township. Fall Fest was just the first of many celebrations we'll have there.
I agree. If that land had been developed, it definitely would have changed the character and the feel of our township.
And another addition that we had is the new playground equipment at McNamara. I'm excited to see the next generation make memories there.
We diligently take advantage of opportunities to get grants because that also was the benefit from a significant grant.
When we did the ribbon cutting ceremony, a couple of us went down the slide together. That was fun. The other thing that changed for us this year was that we lost a barn. The barn at McNamara Park had kind of lived a long life.
Yeah, that was a hard decision. We deliberated for my first 4 years on what to do with that barn, and we were finally convinced that it wasn't safe.
And trustees before our time had debated the issue.
Yeah,
So I agree.
we got
It's a
to make
tough
the hard decision.
Yes. I do love the fact that the new McNamara playground has a little nod to the old barn.
And Freeman Farm brought about a good opportunity for our fire to do a whole day of practicing within a burning building, and all three of us got to experience that firsthand.
That was an experience.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, and I think that it allowed us to see and understand better the work that they do.
In 2025, we took possession of a new ladder truck for the fire department, and that was an investment that we saved up for almost 20 years to make that purchase. Last year, the fire department responded to over 2,000 incidents, so it just shows you how much their equipment is used.
The tools of the trade are important.
President spoke and let us know that the continuous levy that we had proposed was not something that they're willing to embrace. And we listened, and then we adjusted and reduced. We put it back on the ballot in May, and it won. They spoke and we listened, which is what we're here to do.
We as elected officials have to live in Genoa Township to serve our community. However, staff can live wherever they want. We have several staff members who also live in the township. One example is Chief Ponzi. Not only is he our fire chief, but he entrusts his family to benefit from the services that he provides.
Big reason why we moved our family here, 2 young girls, was because the safety here is it's immeasurable. I'm constantly amazed at how many of our officers are highly educated, and I don't know how many police forces there are out there that have officers getting their bachelors, some are getting masters, and I think it speaks a lot to, again, the culture of our police force.
In 2025, the police department made a concerted effort to re-engage with the public. The chief held Coffee with a Cop. He had open houses at the police department.
Chief McMillan's been with our township for over 20 years. He actually started as a volunteer police officer and has worked his way up to be police chief.
They got recertified for CALIA, which is a great achievement.
They had over 3,000 traffic stops in 2025.
They purchased a new breathalyzer. The department had been wanting to replace that equipment for many years.
The attorneys will go to battle against your breathalyzer, so it's important that we have the most current equipment. When you talk about maintenance of our road and our latest snow event, they did an incredible job getting out and clearing streets. I heard from multiple people about how happy they were with how quickly we got out and cleared the roads. Repaved over 5 miles of our roads just last year.
So some fun facts, Mark, on the roads. So not only did they do the 5 miles, that took 388 truckloads of 3,000 tons of asphalt.
Wow.
Lauren's also using new technology that will extend the life of our roadways, and it's going to stretch our tax dollars so that we save taxpayer money. And who
Correct.
doesn't like that?
Anybody that attends our meetings knows I call her the director of all things Genoa, because she's critical to not just our roads, but also anything that happens with our buildings and our parks.
And sadly, we lost a former employee. I'm sure a lot of residents remember Bob Matthews. He was Lauren's predecessor, our previous maintenance director, and sadly he passed away in 2025. He was a great employee. He dedicated a lot of years, I think it was 22 years, to the township. So we just want to remember Bob.
One of the reasons that Craig and I decided to move here was really the feeling you get when you're in Genoa Township. You know it when you drive through.
And it's that zoning resolution that helps protect that look and feel of our township.
Probably the most powerful tool that we have as a trustee.
We did have a few local businesses get approval last year. One was the expansion of Harris Automotive, self-storage on Maxtown. We had new office space at the Northgate Plaza. And we did have one residential development, Courtyards of Big Walnut, added access to one of our parks that had been landlocked. Since I've been a trustee, we've tried to gain access to that park, so that will be a great addition eventually.
The zoning committee started working on the revisions of the zoning resolution, and then it came forward to the board this year. And I've been working with Director Joe Schaefer to make revisions to that. It's been tedious, but well worth it. We want to make sure that it's not only accessible to our residents, but it's also legally sound and will protect us.
Yes. Well, and we appreciate you coming into the township as a new trustee, taking on that role.
It's a big job. Hoover was part of Genoa Township's boundary. So when Columbus came to us, residents, I think, were more concerned that annexation would impact the residential property and possibly commercial. I think that when they found out that it was simply the water, that calmed some fears. And I'm thankful that Columbus attended our public meeting.
Township Hall is a great place where a lot of the work is done, and not everybody gets to see that, but we want to invite folks to come to meetings. Always welcome to provide your comments, and we're here to listen.
But I think the key in all of that is transparency. Just being open and honest with the public. In annexation, townships don't have a lot of leverage. So the fact that any future annexations would require trustee approval is wonderful. It's no secret that all of us have a passion for zoning in Genoa Township and preserving the rural feel.
Correct. We want to keep it a great place to live.
Renee's taken a big role in getting involved with the Township Association and at the state level, and it's going to show benefit to the township.
It is interesting once you get involved how many bills are passed that could impact townships. I mean, right now you have several bills being proposed about property taxes, and townships are the only entity that solely rely on property taxes. You have all other entities, they have other sources of income, but townships don't. In addition to the 3 trustees, we also have another elected official, and that is Pat Myers.
I am the elected fiscal officer of Genoa Township. Ever since I've been in office since 2008, we've had successful audits, and with my assistant Donna Batten, we're very proud of that. We were recently awarded the highest achievement in open and transparent government from the Auditor of State. Big deal for us. We're very happy about that. We share that with everybody here at the township because we're all transparent to our residents.
The culture in our community, in our township, is paramount. So, and that wouldn't be possible without this incredible staff we have, and with the leadership of Paul and administration.
Before we conclude, we'd like to thank Trustee Connie Goodman for her 8 years of service to Genoa Township. I served with her for 4 years, and I always appreciated her thoughtfulness.
And the state of the township, we have great momentum. Our community is safe. We have great parks. I mean, some of our parks look like a vacation spot. So we'd like to continue that. I'm looking forward to 2026 and celebrating the 50th anniversary of our police department, the 75th anniversary of our zoning department, the 210th anniversary of our township and the 250th celebration of our country.
Lots of anniversaries.
2026 is going to be a great year.
Yep.
So we're hosting a big birthday party, and we're hoping the residents join us.
Yes.
Let's celebrate.